Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Civilization 5. So, may or may not be the second cut, ignore that. So this will be the series that will be running parallel to the Skyrim series, because the first two Skyrim episodes I've done are merely a test, really. I'm on a new software now. I'm recording better audio, well I should turn that down a little bit. And I'm also recording at a better resolution, although it appears to be shifted to the side. Give me a sec. There we go. So, I'm playing as Nebuchadnezzar II for Babylon. Babylon is the main science group. Once we complete writing, we unlock 3 great scientists, and also we get unsigned great scientists 50% faster. We have the Great Walls of Babylon, which are the replacement for the wall unit, increases our range damage out of the city and our range units within the city damage, and also increases the city's hit points. And we have Babylonian archers, which are upscaled archers. They do more damage, have more hit points, same as the normal units of like samurai and conquistadors. The area we are in at the moment looks pretty damn good. We've got some tundra there, which I'm not happy about. That means we're either in, I think we're in the very south of the map because the tundra's underneath. So I'm going to settle here, but also I'm going to settle more cities to the north and stuff. So let's settle our first city. This is my second time playing Babylon. That game volume is ridiculously loud in my headphones. I've never really played Babylon before, so I'm going to scout first and go for pottery. From what I've heard, Babylon is a relatively easy group to play as. It's pretty simple when it comes to working out what you need to do. It's pretty much just buff science as much as you can, and then just thrive. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing religion. But I'm going to be pushing the religious first, and then I can push, because I can get religion buffs that help me push science. That's it. My brain isn't working at the moment. This is the second take, as you already know. And once I've got the religion, I'm going to be really pushing the science building, so I'm going to be getting the Great Library. I'm going to be seeing if I can find as many ruins as I can, see if I can find some technologies. I'm also going to be pushing culture, because with science and culture, because when I push culture I can get to rationalism pretty quickly, which is just get rationalism, win the game. I've received animal husbandry, sweet, so that means I can get the deer that are nearby, and it appears we have horses and cows just to the north, which is a good thing. It also appears to be desert to the north. Is that desert? It is. So this may be quite a small map. I'm playing on Fractal, so it's one continent, but there's rivers and lakes that kind of split it all into multiple. And now, that's the example of my special units, Babylonian archers. They can't do melee attack, but they ignore terrain costs. Okay, that's actually pretty useful. Ah, another ruin. I'm getting super lucky here. I'm playing on Prince, and I'm playing on Prince on a standard game speed, and I'm just going to push writing here, and so, Prince is the normal difficulty. I may do a more difficult series with other people, other than just AI. I'm playing on a huge map, so I've got 8 AI and 24 city-states, I think. I don't know how, I think that's how the setup works. If I just move my face cam out of the way quickly. Oh, it's that one. If I just move myself down there, you can see the writing bar on the top and all the help and all this stuff. Science is how quickly you complete the research tasks. Money is how much money you have. What looks like the recycling symbol with the numbers next to it is trade routes. You can have a certain number of trade routes coming out of each city. The smiley face is happiness. At the moment I've got 5 happiness, which is pretty decent. If you have positive happiness, you grow at a normal rate, tax is a normal rate, science is a normal rate. If you have a negative happiness, however, you start losing population, you get 10%. You get 10% less taxes and 10% less border growth and 10% research task costs. And I've discovered a sea to the south, which is useful, which means I can have a small naval presence in the southern waters. And there we go. Now let's showcase another bit of game. The social policies. Social policies consist of, you have the basic four. You've got tradition, liberty, honour and piety. Tradition is for really pushing border growth early. Liberty is for long-term border growth and culture increase. It's probably what I'm going to go for. Honour is buffing your military units, so you buff your military units and then you can be the warlord style. And piety is pushing the religious victory. I'm going to be going for liberty because you can push liberty and then that will buff your culture. And then once you've buffed your culture, you can buff, you can get rationalism pretty quickly, and then you can buff science, which is what I intend to do. I complete the shrine next turn, and then I can start work on. Actually, I'm going to leave it for a bit because I finished writing in a few. Oh, okay, I can't. What can I do in 5 turns? I can build another scout, another warrior. Let's build a granary, and then I should have completed writing by then, and then I'm going to start working on the Great Library, which is this science buff. When I finish writing in 2 turns, I can show you the Great Peoples part of the game, because I get a once I complete writing, as I've told you earlier, I get a free Great Scientist, and with that Great Scientist,
he who destroys a good book.
With that Great Scientist, I got Michael Faraday. Somehow he was born in 308 BC. And so, great tile improvements will connect strategic resources on this tile to the trade network. Okay, so I'm going to plop him there. I've got to wait a time for it to complete. And now I'm going to go for calendar so I can get that access to the wine and the silk, which both require calendar to create a plantation, so then you can access all that stuff. Now Michael Faraday, I'm going to... Never played against Gahamada of Indonesia, but judging by the fact that he has a sword normally means he wants to kill me. So I'm going to go for that, which means I get the free worker, which I can then start on. Yeah, he's going to build a farm there because that's the only thing he can really do. There we go. People with the pointiest sticks. Gahamada has the smallest of the pointiest sticks. So that's his capital, Jakarta. I've never actually played against the Indonesians. I don't know how they play. It appears... Normally, they'll try and show you what the player is like from the cutscene that you get when you first meet them. So with Indonesia, he had a sword, but he wasn't talking in an aggressive manner like a skier does or Genghis Khan does. So it appears that he may be a warlording type character, but only if you annoy him. Okay, so Alexander of Greece, he is a warring nation unfortunately, and he is very close to Jakarta, which may be bad for Jakarta and good for me. At the moment I am losing money, which may be maintenance on the buildings. I need to get an increased population so I get an increased tax rate, and that's 5 turns away.
So teach us to number our days, so that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom.
So, now completed plantations, which means I'm going to now access the wine and the silk. If I then choose, I may, no, let's go for mining, because then I can mine on that hill, because there may be iron, and there also may, there's most likely to be iron nearby. There's iron normally in the south and the north of the maps. There's normally quite a bit of it. There's also normally quite a bit of uranium and oil when it gets around to it later in the game. Aluminium's normally central of the map, it appears Alexander's settled 2 cities already, which may be good or bad for me. Alright, so I just finished mining. That didn't take long. Let's go for archery then. And I am going to... Okay, so you see, when I got the population growth, that ticked down, that went down. That means there are more people within the city, so that means I can work on things faster. Also, I have a science boost as well. So I'm going to go for the wheel, because the wheel is a good basic thing you need to get. It means you can connect your cities together, and that is Alexander's units coming over to see what the happily happens with my city. Push north, Alexander. Otherwise, I'm not going to be very happy. There we go, thank you very much. So, I can now adopt another policy. I could either go for each city you found will increase the culture cost by 33% less. So, when I settle a city, I get an increased amount of culture, but it also increases the amount of culture that I need to get social policies. One city, like, that's why Venice can really push culture very easily, because I don't have to do much. With that, it'll be 33% less culture needed for every city I found, but that's arbitrary. So I can't just get free social policies. This game isn't Oprah, but I can. But it'll be cheaper for me as it goes down. I could go for the Republic, which is +1 production in every city, and 5% production when there, and 5% production in cities when constructing buildings. That may be useful. That does increase a lot of use. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Republic next because that's a good thing for That's a good thing for boosting the build that I want to go for. So as you see, I've now completed the wine plantation. I'm now working on the silk plantation, and I have finished the wheel. So, and now Babylon is demanding cotton. So I need to find a source of cotton. Have I found a source of cotton? It appears Athens does have a source of cotton. So, if I go into talks with the Greeks, however, they have not worked it. So, why don't we go for accept embassy? Propose. Not even close to a fair deal for 1 gold per turn. Propose. There we go! Right, so now I have a view of Athens. I can see what's going on in real time, effectively. Right, I'm gonna do sailing, and then I'm gonna finish up here. Religion. Perfect, another starting point. So, as you can see in the religion menu, we get a choice of different bonuses we can get. We can get culture from shrines, faith from other units, 10% faster food growth rate, +1 culture from pastures, God King, which is palace rise, +1 to all yields, can be quite useful. So I have wine, but I only have 1 wine. I have a fair... No, they're forest tiles, they're not jungle tiles, okay. So I'm gonna go with... I'm gonna go with Messenger of the God. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Messenger of the Gods, which means that every city I connect to Babylon by road or sea will get a science boost. I think it's a +2 science boost, depending on the size of the city, which will increase how fast I do stuff. There we go. So I have completed the Great Library and sailing in the same turn. So I'm going to choose a free technology. I'm going to go philosophy because I may or may not be wonder spamming. Shh. Don't have a go at me. I'm gonna go for the Oracle, and then I'm gonna research into optics. Right. So just hit save game, and I'm gonna overwrite the previous save. Yes, and ladies and gentlemen, this is where I'm going to end it. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.